Hello and welcome to another update video about SUI. SUI pushed higher and is still continuing on this, let's say, journey towards the $1.77 level, possibly $2 plus area in this bullish yellow scenario. If you followed previous updates, then you know that in this third wave here, circle 3, we should actually get to the 1.38 extension. That's typically my first ideal target for a third wave after the wave 2 bottomed here in the support zone. What I will do, however, because this is becoming really far less likely now, I'm going to take out the blue scenario, or maybe not yet, but I will probably do that tomorrow, especially if we break above $1.36. So blue scenario, what is that scenario? Let's talk about it. So first of all, we were looking at this chart already months ago, and already back in, more than a few months ago actually. We've been tracking this all along, but we had from the August low to the 12th of August high, so within 1 week, the SUI chart developed an impulse. So that was a bullish signal. Then we had a 3-wave pullback that we could actually count complete here in the support region, and the market rallied. And then we were watching for a 5-wave move up, which happened. And then we were watching for a pullback, which also happened, but it was a really shallow one. So that unfortunately doesn't give us much clarity, because this pullback was so shallow that I can interpret it as a wave 2. So we have another 1-2 setup, but this wave 2 never provided a good entry, okay? Never like a cheap entry, okay? So, you know, we have a 1-2 setup and then another 1-2. That's the yellow scenario at least. And we could basically, because of this scenario now, be in wave 3 already. This would become even clearer if the price could break above the pivot at $1.36. Because as long as we are below $1.36, I could technically go with the blue scenario. Let me just verify that quickly. Just double check. Yeah, I think already above $1.31 actually. It's a key level actually. Already above the $1.31 level, the blue scenario will become less likely. Okay, so what's the blue count? Blue count means, yeah, we had 3-wave pullback into our support area, but it wasn't the entire wave 2 correction. It was just the A wave. And now we're moving up in an ABC structure in blue wave B, and could go down again before rallying. So A, B, C, and then we go higher, and the wave 2 would finish here. So this has become more likely, first of all, because there hasn't been a decent wave 2. So it wasn't a clear 5-wave, well, it was a clear 5-wave move, but not with a nice 3-wave pullback. It was shallow. It was weak, that wave 2 in yellow, which sometimes can happen. I mean, we all know that a third wave here is typically the strongest wave in a cycle. So sometimes pullbacks are shallow. It gets annoying when it's so shallow that people miss entries, which this was, yeah. But that's reality. What we, however, can then say that it's also possible to interpret this as an ABC structure in blue. And then we have a standard resistance area. And especially normally at $1.31 here, the 1.38 retracement, the blue or a B wave rally becomes less likely. So that's a pivot, $1.31, then $1.36. That's just a micro level. And above that level, we are going higher more directly. And I would not really look for a deeper wave 2 anymore. Even now, I would just call this an alternative. So that means we can focus on higher. I've added a support zone to the chart, which we can just move with the price. And it's not necessarily predicting a pullback now. I just highlighted to members earlier, okay, we have a support area. As long as this is holding, we can watch for higher prices, because only below $1.07 actually, we have a first indication that a top of sorts is in place. And if that happens now, it would likely be the blue wave B. But against $1.07, we can focus on higher more directly. That's the update about SUI. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.